Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting ethical fading, a mode of administrative evil in relation to the reading evil at work. The definition for ethical fading occurs when we disregard the ethical aspects of a decision because we fail to see the conclusion as one relating to ethics. Enablers such as self-deception allows one to behave self-interestedly while at the same time falsely believing that one's morals principles were upheld. This led to the ethical aspect of the decision fade into the background, with the moral implications masked. Language euphemisms, the slippery slope of decision-making, errors in perceptual causation, and constraints induced by representations of the self are also other enablers that allow ethical fading to occur. Within my chosen prescribed reading, Evil at Work, it references the concept of organizational evil, which is used to indicate the institutionalization of a set of ideologies whose purpose is consciously to harm individuals with disregard for consequences beyond those that would cause immediate ramifications to the evildoer. Organizations interact with others in a superficial manner. Their whole goal is to present themselves to the public in a way that is appealing, but in fact not be representative of what the organization is really like. A simple example of ethical fading is shown in the Kendall Jenner Pepsi ad controversy. The ad featured the popular model promoting the Pepsi drink in a commercial with the message for unification. Ethical fading occurs as Pepsi borrowed the imagery of the BLM protests, devalued real efforts of unifications just to sell their product by painting a highly unrealistic and insensitive scene of a protest. Jenner herself, according to sources, feels awful, and others confirmed that she had zero involvement in the creative process. However, Jenner's personal ethics were deferred since she agreed to signing a huge campaign for self-profit without any research or input into the brand's narrative. The quote I have chosen from the reading articulates ethical fading occurs within organizations when business decisions are made without considering that they have an ethical dimension. An organization can be effectively categorized as evil when the majority of the policies, practices, programs, and reward systems that compromise its organizational culture intentionally cause harm to others, internal or external to the organization, as a means of obtaining a short-term organization advantage. Some business cultures make ethical fading more likely. The prime culprits focus on short-term gains and a high level of time pressure. This is demonstrated through the complex example with Apple's dangerous labor conditions. With its highly desired line of consumer electronics during the 2014 holiday season, 74.5 million iPhones were sold, making over $52 billion in profits in 2015. Apple claims ethical sourcing of minerals from Indonesia. However, evidence of tin being used from illegal mines that have children digging out of dangerous conditions where miners can be buried alive by sand or mud. This highly shows ethical fading within an organization, disregarding workers' safety and well-being over materials for their product. Apple uses self-deception by defending their practices by saying it only has so much control over censoring and regulating its component sources. The company justifies its sourcing practices by using euphemisms such as complex process, with tens of thousands of miners selling tin through middlemen. Regarding the decision, one that considers an understanding of how cognitive biases distort ethical decision-making, they thought of it purely a business decision rather than an ethical one. Humans also tend to be self-interested, and people may fail to see the ethical dimension to a problem when their self-interest gets in the way. Overall, we have limited capacity to process information, and when we become focused on one element of a problem or situation, it is all too easy for us to not even see other factors that may be important. So I would like to ask everyone this question. Does ethical fading help or prevent us from making smart business decisions? Do we care more about our own success than others' well-being? Thank you for listening.